is Danielle and welcome back to Rosetta Vera. Today I'm coming to you with my June haul. I am filming this in bits and pieces because it's not the end of June just yet. We're kind of in the middle of June, but I want to put some things away. So I want to start here with my Barnes & Noble haul. Let's put this to the side. I picked up this little kit from the book annex area. I've been interested in learning how to felt. I've seen people do it, but I really didn't want to invest in a whole bunch of supplies only to find out I didn't like it. So I decided to find a little kit, and I knew that the book annex will always have little kits like this. So with this kit, you're supposed to be able to make 3 projects. So it comes with an instruction book, and it's supposed to have the felt and everything like that. I'm not sure which project I'm gonna do just yet. I'm leaning towards the kitty, the bunny, and the bumblebees, but we'll see once I open it up and kind of see what's in here. But I figured it would be a good way to kind of introduce myself to this hobby and decide if I want to add this to one of the things that I do. But that's that. I only picked up one coloring book at Barnes & Noble, which is this Beauties of Nature coloring book. Also got this in the annex section. I was afraid when I was picking it up that it was very similar to another nature coloring book I got from Barnes & Noble about 2 years ago. I did a quick flip through, but I remember about that book that it was a lot of fish pictures, and I think I only saw 4 in here. So they may be similar, but not exact. I'll do more of a deeper dive when I do the flip through of this book, since I do need to purge some things. If I find they're too similar, then I'll probably let one go. But I like this book because I like that they have the natural illustrative way of coloring it to kind of give you some inspiration of how you may want to approach it. Not saying you got to do the same colors or the same thing. You can do what you want, but it's nice to have that inspiration when you look at coloring it. So that was that. And then I made my way over to the magazine section. So I picked up Creative Scrapbooker. I haven't picked this up in a while. I've never really been a scrapbooker. I did some digital scrapbooking like in the early 2000s when that got popular for a little while, but I was never really into scrapbooking. Like, I've done projects for other people, but not for myself. But I say all that to say I am inspired by what I see in scrapbooking magazines. So every now and then I do like to pick one up because I'm more of a card maker. But I do like to see how people use similar materials, and see what new tools and products are out there. So I do like to pick them up. And I mean, it's a close cousin of art journaling, so there's some carryover as well. So I picked this up. This is the summer edition. And then talking about art journaling, I picked up Somerset Studios art journaling. This is the April, May, and June edition, so the new one should be coming out like in the next week or two. But I should know that because I get the emails. I also picked these up for inspiration. I remember when I first picked up a Somerset Studio magazine, I was kind of like, but it's not telling me how to do anything. And I realized, like, it is in a way if I'm paying attention. Doesn't mean I like everything in the books, no. But again, it's that inspiration. I think sometimes Somerset Studio and their books can be aspirational if you're just starting out. But you know, I still like to look at them every now and then just to see what people are doing, also what new techniques are out there that I haven't thought about. And talking about Somerset Studio, here is the May, June, July issue. And I really wish they still made their card making magazines, because I love those. I used to buy those as soon as they came out. But it's nice to look at these again for inspiration and aspiration of, you know, how you want to approach projects. Like I said, you don't have to like everything. Everything doesn't have to be your style, but it can be nice to look at the magazines. Like, a lot of times for me, what I take from sometimes is like way people use color, what tools people are using, like maybe a technique I wouldn't have thought of, like writing over the picture. So I like to look at these magazines for those reasons. So that is everything I got from Barnes & Noble. All right, I'm gonna do these Michaels a little out of order. So first I'll start with the stuff I picked up in store. I hadn't been in store at Michael's in a while, but I decided to take a trip over there last week. Get my little receipt. So everything I picked up was on clearance except 2 items. So the first thing I picked up was this little journal here. Like, I don't have enough journals. This is a dotted line journal. It says live more, worry less. So just some dotted pages, pretty straightforward journal. Speaking of which, I saw this journal in Barnes & Noble, but I thought it was incredibly high. I'm gonna pop a picture in here because it was just like a cool journal, and I want to keep it on my list to see if I can find it somewhere on sale. But that was really the journal I wanted to buy when I was shopping. I just didn't want to pay 20 bucks for it. I know I've paid 20 bucks for other journals, but I didn't want to pay that in Barnes & Noble. Going back to my Michael's haul, I also picked up these acrylic paint sets. I don't use acrylic paint often, but I have some canvases that have just been sitting around, and I was like, maybe I could do something like a geometric print and use this up and kind of pair this with my acrylic paint pens and do something that way. So this 8-pack was $5 marked down from $12. So in here you have white pearl, champagne pearl, bright gold, blue ice pearl, green, red, gold, and silver. So this was the metallic set. And again, it was $5 marked down from $12. I got a feeling I'm gonna have to shake these real hard because they might be separating, but that was that. And then I picked up 2 of the 4-piece packs. This was $3.49 marked down to $2. And this is, the colors are Ocean Breeze, Pale Blue, Pool Blue, and Mediterranean Blue. And then in the other pack that is supposed to be matte, and like I said, I think I might have to shake these real hard. This one was $2.99 marked down to $2. This was Beach Glass, Coral, Pool Blue, and Silver. So there's some overlap. I think both of these have Pool Blue, and then there's a silver in the 8-pack. So there is a little overlap, but that's okay. Because again, I don't use acrylic paint a lot, so whatever extra I have is fine. Then I picked up these 2 jars of glitter. They were $10 marked down to $3. These are from the Creatology section, which is like the kids section. So normally I wouldn't buy big jars of glitter like this because glitter lasts forever. And if you spill it, you never get rid of it. So I never like to have big jars around. But I first saw the black one and I noticed that there were other it wasn't just black glitter. There's other colors mixed in. There's some hexagon glitters as well. And I said, well, this could be something good to mix with, you know, mix with other colors. And then when I saw the white one and I was like, oh, it's just straight white, I said, well, wait a minute. Just like this one has some mix-ins, I could use this and mix it in with something else. And then it kind of makes it worth it because I could stretch it a little bit by pairing them with some other glitters that I have. So I decided to pick up both. When I say I don't like to buy big ones like this, I have jars of glitter that are older than my daughter, and she's 21. And they may be that big. I don't use glitter on a high level, but yeah, I know, I just buy stuff, I know. Then I picked up 2 skeins of this impeccable yarn. This is acrylic yarn, medium weight, in fire red. These were $5. I got them for $2 each. Just thinking of what I can make with this. My daughter and I have just been talking about different projects, and since they were only $2 and it was like the last 2 on the shelf, they'll get made into something. What? I don't know. We were looking at a tube-top tutorial today, and we were thinking about how to revamp it a little bit, so that it could work for her. So it could be something that turns into a tube-top. All right, let me get the rest. So hopefully I've been putting the prices in of everything. So I was just doing my walk around Michael's and got to a little resin section, and they had some items on clearance. So I just pretty much picked up whatever was on clearance. So you have some dried florals here. Move that over. I have some dried florals here. Then we have some gold pieces. I feel like I may have one of these already, but I'm not sure. But I picked that up. And then we had some little sprinkle type thing. I was thinking about this because I was thinking about sprinkles for ice cream, so that's why I picked that up. And let's see, stack that up. And then we have these other embeds here. So these are glitter flakes. So this one is the iridescent glitter flakes, and this one is the galaxy glitter mix. And again, like talking about that big container of glitter, like these I can mix in with this white glitter. Like I have a mold that is like snowflakes, and I could add like that blue glitter to the white to give it like a little bit more life. All right, so those are the items I got in store at Michael's. So let's get the stuff that I purchased online, and I can already see it's glitter all over my desk. Oops, I forgot the one thing I did pay full price for in store. I just picked up 2 balls of cotton yarn to make my daughter's sleeves that she asked me for. They really didn't have a lot of variety in the colors of cotton yarn. I was trying to find purple, and they didn't have dark purple, so I'm gonna have to look online. But we're gonna start with the black, and I'm kind of freehanding the pattern. So we're gonna start with me doing something with this, make one sleeve, make the adjustments, and then kind of know where to go from there. I figured I needed 2 balls because I probably need 1 ball per sleeve. I mean, she's a smaller girl, but I don't know how long she wants to go with these, so I figured that would be good. Now let me get to the actual Michael's order and get rid of some of this glitter. All right, so kind of staying in that vein of kitty craft, kind of like the felt kit, I picked up these 2 kids craft kit on Michaels.com. They were both on clearance. So first we have are DIY unicorn friendship bracelets, which my daughter has said she wants this one. So I'm going to give this one to her. And it's supposed to be enough supplies to make 20 bracelets. Yeah. I'll put the price that I paid for them. I know I didn't pay a lot. But, you know, sometimes things catch my eye. I don't remember learning how to make friendship bracelets when I was a little girl. But my daughter will take the pack. She'll figure it out. And then we have the glow-in-the-dark fluorescent. Is that fluorescent? Oh, that's not fluorescent. Paracord loom. So you can make 10 paracord bracelets with the loom that is in the box. And it looks like you could store all the supplies in the little loom. Oh, I didn't know that. That's even better. This caught my eye because years ago when I used to do craft shows, there was a jewelry maker I knew. Her son started making paracord bracelets and selling them at the craft shows, and he did pretty well. So I think they were popular at that time, maybe 10 years ago. But I figured it would be something I could sit and watch a movie and kind of play with and learn how to do. So that's that. And these are all kind of marketed as, you know, for girls, but you don't have to be a girl, you know. Craft is for everyone. All right, continuing on with Michaels.com. I picked up some felt and foam tacky glue because I have some felt that I purchased. This I'm a little disappointed about. This was on clearance, and I only purchased it because it didn't say wired, and I was like, oh, I could use this in a journal. And then I opened it up and it was wired, and I don't like wired ribbon, so we'll see what happens with that. I bought some more resin mix-ins. This was on clearance. This is from Craftsmart, which is Michael's brand. So you have here, let's see, mini confetti bright stars, mini confetti bright sprinkles, mini confetti bright hearts, iridescent silver flakes, iridescent pastel flakes, gold foil flakes, silver foil flakes, blue shell flakes, white shell flakes, micro beads, and beads. Okay, so we'll play around with these. I'm wondering if these, no, they don't stack. I wish they did. I was hoping that the little containers were stackable, but they don't look like they are. Okay. All right, then I got myself a set of paint brushes. These are from Artist Loft, which are also Michael's brand. They're not super expensive, but they're not the cheapy ones I bought before, so they're like a step up. Maybe just a step. And we'll see if I like working with these a little bit. So that was that. And then I got some embroidery needles. Embroidery needles. I said noodles. That was the word I was saying wrong. Embroidery needles. I don't know what's wrong with me. So I got them sizes 1 through 10. I may have mentioned in my May haul that I had ordered embroidery needles off of Amazon, and I didn't get them in a package, but I don't know if I just didn't feel them in the package and I threw them away by mistake. But I did get my money back, and I just decided to get them from Michael's. And of course, they delivered these, but not these. So I had to go on Michael's chat to get the other set. But now I have them. So that's that. And then I got 2 Sculpey molds. So these are supposed to be for liquid Sculpey. They said you could use it with oven baked clay as well, but I'm not sure how you do that because it is very, very shallow. I wanted to see if I could play with them with resin. Just curious if I could. If not, I guess I will have to buy some liquid Sculpey. I looked at it in the store and I was just like, maybe I'll wait. But I do have some other molds like this from Sculpey that I haven't messed with. This one seems a little bent. Am I crazy? That I haven't used yet. So, yeah, we'll have to see. Because this mold isn't that flexible, so I don't know if it'll work for resin as well. But I got those two molds. Okay? And then, what is the final thing I got from Michaels? Hold on. And then finally, I got some more felt from Michaels. I only bought this because they were having their big sale for children's crafts that was like half off. So I said, I know I bought some felt from Amazon last month. I'll just pick up another one and I can play with it and see if I like this one or the Amazon one better. This one is coming across as very fuzzy, just in the package, but we could see. But that is everything from Michaels. I don't see myself ordering again from Michaels this month, because I did go in the store and place an order. So I think that's it for Michaels. But let's see what else I could talk about right now. I think I could tell you what I got from Dollar Junction because there is some overlap. All right. So I went into Dollar Junction with the purpose of buying zip ties. And just a little backstory. I went to Dollar Tree the day before I went to Dollar Junction to buy zip ties and forgot. Went to Dollar Junction to buy zip ties, came home with all the stuff, and guess what? Forgot to buy zip ties again, but here we are. So anyway, the first thing we're going to talk about are these screw stack canisters. I bought these to kind of store all of the resin embeds that I had purchased from Michaels. So because one of the things about Michaels packaging for the resin supplies, they take up a lot of space. So I was like, let me buy something that I could kind of screw together and to kind of put in the box versus having all these little mini boxes. So I bought the 6-pack and then the 10-pack of the smaller ones. And now that I'm seeing that Michaels Craft Smart one, I should have bought more because theirs don't screw together. But I could always go back to Dollar Junction another day and get those because they're not badly priced, as you see. So I got those two. Then I was looking for a better way to store my stickers from AliExpress. So I had seen little boxes like these on Temu, and I said, well, since it's going to cost me roughly about the same if I order the Temu ones versus just going to Dollar Junction to get them, I picked these up. I picked up 2 of every color. I'm going to play with these to see if they fit the needs of what I'm trying to do. If they don't, I won't purchase anymore and I'll look at the ones from Temu. But the plan is to put the stickers in these and then I can put them in a larger box and keep them organized in some kind of way. But that's what I bought these for. Then I got me a little mini bead scoop set for glitter and whatnot. I've been wanting these, so I was glad I found them. I think Craft Medley, like Dollar Junction is in my town. I think there's one in Brooklyn, New York. But I think you could find Craft Medley in Amazing Savings, which is another like little discounty kind of store. So if you have an Amazing Savings near you, you may be able to find this brand there. So you could look for that. And then I needed some bigger binder clips for holding together art projects and the like. So I got some black ones and some colorful ones. This was also the thing I went in Dollar Tree for and forgot. But I did remember Dollar Junction, so at least I got those. And then again, talking about those big containers of glitter, I saw these confetti vials and thought, here's an opportunity for me to get some more glitter that I could mix in with the white and the black glitter. So we have a gold and black set, well, gold, black, and silver. Then we have a teal and green, we have a blue and purple, and then we have our pink and red. So you get a little bit of everything in those sets to work with. And then the last things I got from Dollar Junction were just these 4 balls of yarn for knitting. I mean, not knitting, for crocheting like toys and coasters and things like that, smaller projects. So this is Lion Brand's DI yarn. I don't know if that collection exists anymore for Lion Brand. Like I said, this was in a discount store that I got these. These are acrylic, medium weight, is 65 yards. So you really can only do really teeny tiny projects. I wanted to pair this with some of the other yarn I have in the house. But I just grabbed the 4 colors that kind of stood out to me. And I'm gonna kind of play with these a little bit and see what I come up with. Again, there's not a lot. These are very small balls, so they're gonna be very, very tiny projects, which I prefer, tiny projects. I've learned how to crochet when I was maybe 5 or 6. I have never had the tolerance for long projects, so this is perfect for me. All right, so I'm just wrapping up my June haul and actually re-recording because I didn't realize I was out of focus. So I got some other things from Dollar Junction. So I went back and got some more screw stack canisters. So I realized I needed some bigger ones, so I went and picked those up. And then I forgot to mention earlier that I picked up these desk organizers where you could put like pens. I'm probably gonna put my paintbrushes, I'm thinking, because I just bought some new paintbrushes in my July haul. So I'm probably gonna put those in here. But that's what I got from Dollar Junction. So I had a couple of orders from Peachy Cheap. So this was actually 2 orders. The first order was from Peachy Cheap. They had this collection on sale. It is called the Honey and Bee Rosa Babe collection. So it comes with a 12 by 12 sticker sheet. These are cardstock stickers, and then you get a couple of pieces of 12 by 12 paper. So all of these papers are 2-sided. So I kind of liked the rose kind of as the accent color for talking about bumblebees. I thought that was a little bit different than doing, you know, the normal yellow and black. So I picked this set up. So the thing about Peachy Cheap is, since it's a 1-day sale, you kind of have to get it before it's gone. Because sometimes I see sets that I like, but they sell out really quickly. So it also came with a sheet of puffy stickers, some die cuts, some cards and tags. And then this was something they did differently. They have another shop called Coco in Reno. They had the cutting dies available. And if you purchased the cutting dies from Coco and Reno, you didn't have to pay extra shipping for them. So I decided to get that set of cutting dies as well. My next order from Peachy Cheap is a collection called Antique Garden. So it comes with this designer paper pad. This is 6 by 8 inch. You get 36 sheets of paper. So you get a little variety of garden blooms. that you can use in different projects. You get your dimensional stickers. You get a sticker book that has 197 stickers on 8 sheets of paper. You get your sticker sheet with 62 stickers. And then you also get some die cuts that match the collection. And then I have one more order from Peachy Cheap. So this collection is called Pink Meadows. You get your puffy stickers. You get some enamel dots. You get some cards and tags. You get some sequins, and you can use those like in shaker cards, so you can actually use this in a resin project if that's what you wanted to do. You get your die cuts, and then you get your 12 by 12 paper again. So again, it's two-sided paper. So the images on these sheets of paper are actually kind of large, so I probably would not use these to make cards. I would probably use them more journal-wise, so that I can use the whole image. That's sometimes the problem with larger images. You have to kind of think about if you're going to cut them, are you going to lose the integrity of the image? And then you also get your 12 by 12 sticker sheet. So that is everything I purchased from Peachy Cheap in June. And Peachy Cheap has a different sale every day. The sale usually comes to your email at midnight. I would say that the sooner you hop on a sale, the better, because there's been times I've saw something at midnight and said, oh, I'll buy it in the morning, and it was gone in the morning. So that's the only thing about those sale a day sites. Next, I'm gonna talk about what I purchased for Amazon. That'll kind of wrap up my June haul. So the first thing I got were some stitch markers for crochet. I mean, when I learned how to crochet as a kid, I didn't use stitch markers. I would just count my rows. But that was when I was young and I could remember everything, and I'm trying to make these wristlets for my daughter and I keep losing count. So I said, let me just go buy something that can keep track for me. So these weren't too expensive, and I figured it would be better for me to get a big tub of them versus a smaller pack, because then I'll have them forever. So that's that. And also I could color code if needed, because there's more than one color in here. Then Amazon likes to spam me because it collects my data. So Amazon is like, I think you would like this set of 4 books. And I thought they were sticker books, but they appear to be, after opening them, paper books. So they had more than one collection of books on the listing, but you get 40 pieces of paper in each book. It's very vintage style. I picked this collection because I think the image that caught my eye was this one in the volume 4. But these are nice when you want to do a quick project and you don't feel like cutting paper. Like years ago, making cards, when I used to do craft shows, I would just sit up one night and cut all my paper to make cards. I would just sit there and make all my 4x6 cuttings to make my cards, so that I could craft faster when I actually sat down and started making cards. But when you have things that are kind of this size, you can kind of jump into your projects easier. So these will be nice to have. And then I picked up this Melody Susie nail drill. Now, my reason for picking this up, I was watching a video of someone, I'll try to post the link, who was talking about how they got their resin business started, and they mentioned using a electric nail shaper to like sand their resin projects. And I was like, actually, that's kind of nifty, instead of using sandpaper, which can be a little unwieldy on small things. So I just decided to pick up a little nail drill. It's also helped me drill holes for jump rings and things like that. It comes with different bits, so I'll post a picture of what it comes with. This was not super expensive. We'll see if this works out for me and does what I needed to do. But that's why I purchased it. So I bought quite a few coloring books this month, but it was partly because Hannah Lynn, for some reason, was marked down to $5 late May, early June. Her books were marked down to $5. You know, I don't think she even knew why they were marked down to $5 on Amazon, because she, in her newsletter, she was like, you might want to jump on them before the price goes away. So I decided just to kind of go through her collection and see what books I was interested in. Because I have so many, I'm not going to do a little casual flip through like I usually do. In my hauls, I'll actually find the time to do full flip throughs. I'm sure there are also other people who have done flip throughs on these books. If you're impatient and you don't want to wait for me to do it, my feelings won't be hurt if you found another YouTuber who flipped it. But I picked up the books that caught my interest the most. I think prior to this order, I only had one Hannah Lynn book. But now I have Steampunk Darlings, Whimsy Girls Celebrate the Holidays and Festive Whimsy Girls Around the World, Fairy Tale Princesses and Storybook Darlings, Whimsy Girls Through the Decades, and then finally Fierce and Fancy Faces Line Art in Grayscale. I believe this is Hannah Lynn's most recent release. I feel like it came out a couple of months ago. So I was happy to get this one because it was on my list to pick up. So those are the books from Hannah Lynn that I purchased. So that's like 6 books. And then I have a couple more books I picked up. So going along with the little miniature worlds I like to color, I picked up Adorable Home from Southern Lotus. And I also picked up Adorable Town from Lainey Dow. Lainey Dow has been on my list for a while to pick up one of their books. So I think I might have paid the regular price. I think this one I got on a discount. So I picked these up just kind of to add to that miniature world kind of thing of coloring. So I picked those 2 up. The paper isn't that great in the Southern Lotus. So it may be a situation where I take the book apart and scan it so I can put it on better paper. Because it actually came a little bent. But I'll make that decision at some point. And then the last 3 coloring books I picked up were Black women focused. Color Me Melanin I actually had on my Amazon list from a year or 2 ago, and I think I just forgot about it. But it came up in my Instagram feed, so I decided to look for it on Amazon. So Brooke Rankins actually has a series of books called Color Me Melanin. This is the first book in the series. I believe there are 2 more books. So instead of buying all the books, I decided just to buy one and play around with it and see if I liked it. It's more just portraits rather than scenes. Those eyelashes are a lot, aren't they? But I figured they'd be fun to play with. And they, again, as I said, Amazon is collecting my data, and it kind of says, hey, look at this, Danielle. I picked up this Afro-American Vintage Ladies. I believe this is from the Color Factory. And not too thrilled about Afro-American, but I digress. But I like the fact that they were kind of vintage styled. I didn't realize that all of the hair would be in grayscale. I'll work around it, but I wish that not all of the hair was done in grayscale. And I mean, I know it's designed to help the coloring go quicker and provide shadow, but I would have preferred not all the pictures were grayscale. But that's that book. And then the final book, also Amazon serving things to me that it thinks I might be interested in, is Black Curvy Women. This is by Zara Harper. They also have more than one book available on Amazon, but I decided to just pick up one. I've mentioned this in other videos. If there is a curvy woman book, I am probably going to pick it up because I am a curvy woman, so I like to see myself represented. So there's a lot of grayscale in this book as well. But I like the images, so I probably will pick up another book from this author. But yeah, that's the final book that I picked up for the month of June. Because I picked up so many books in June, I probably won't buy as many books in July. I really am behind in doing flip throughs, and I also want to kind of go through my books again and make sure that everything that's on my shelf is something I'm interested in. My taste changed sometimes, so something I may have thought was amazing 2 years ago, I might not be as thrilled about it now, or because I've bought so many books, it's possible that I found something that I like a little bit more. So I do want to spend some time going through all of my books and just kind of passing things on and decluttering a little bit. There isn't anything. I still would like to buy Johanna Basford's Rooms of Wonder. I'm just being cheap and I don't want to pay a high price because I know it was down to $14 and $12 at one point, and then it went back up. So if that comes back down, I might buy that. And other than that, I'm really trying to find more sticker books because I do like those and like to have those around and collect those. So I don't know if I'm doing much, you know, book buying in July. I do know I'll be stopping at Hobby Lobby at some point, and yeah, I may make another trip to Daiso at some point, but we'll see. We'll see how July treats us. I mean, I don't like summer, and July and August are usually the most swampy and sticky in Jersey, so I might not go out that much. We'll see. Other than that, I'm gonna try to post a little bit more in July. I kind of took a break in June. I had posted some things early in the month and then kind of took a break because self-care is important, and I kind of just need a couple of days to kind of veg out and just stream old TV shows from the 1990s and early 2000s. Right now I think I'm revisiting Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries. I think maybe for the third time. I don't know why I like that show. I know why I like the show, but it is one of those shows that I used to watch late at night that I stream now when I get a chance. But I'm rambling. And I always say if I'm rambling, it's kind of time for me to wrap this video up. So as always, thank you for spending time with me. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.